$500 tube in there. I don't feel like looking them up. That's what it goes down to. So I trust Banana Peeler did a good job. Banana Peeler, are you watching? The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler. Good morning, YouTube. This is Dealer with the Crazy Picker Life. Welcome to all late night, early morning adventurers, pickers, and others. Well, it is the Monday show, and for me it's early Monday. Looking at coming up on 1 a.m. So just after midnight Monday. Today is my last day of the October challenge. It is October 31st. I'm excited about that. I'm in here packing orders from the weekend. I take Sundays off, and so I've got to pack my orders early enough on Monday typically. Either just after midnight I'll come in, and I'll go home for a nap. Or sometimes if I can really sleep well, I'll come in at 4 or 5 a.m., get those done, and then go home and have breakfast and get my homeschooling family started on Monday before I come back later on and off to work and Monday night. So, not feeling bad today. Feeling pretty good about the October month. We had a really good listing month. Going to finish that up today, and we had a good sales month, and so I really don't have any complaints. So I don't know what else to say right now. I feel pretty awake, but I think my brain might be a little foggy. I hardly have any time where I have lack of things to say. Lots of things seem to come out. I guess my mind is quite full of ideas for November and December. I've cleared out so much stuff listing that typically would last until, spring sometimes if I really wanted to milk it out. Now, when I have that much stuff coming off summer, that doesn't mean I stop buying. I'm always buying stuff. But I usually put a lot of things away for the winter and then list those through the winter and then buy stuff as much as I can. Well, I pretty much got rid of things. Now, if I keep digging, I probably got 20 or 30 items, maybe a few more to list that are just my stuff, non-camera, non-watch. Some of those will take a while to list. Some of those I just don't want to list. So I'll pick away at those, and I'll just keep buying and selling other stuff that I like. A little bit rambly. I printed my invoices already. I have 23 or 24 orders to pack. And this is what this room looks like empty before I pack orders, right? So I've got my orders lined up. I'm getting ready to pack. I've got my totes, empty totes. I'll grab one of those, and then I'm going to go over and pack. Oh. Now, a number of people have expressed interest on how I pack orders. Today's not the day to do that. However, sometime in November, I will get my tripod fixed here, or I'll hook up. I've got another little tripod, and of course, we're camera central, so we've got tripods galore around here, and I'll just pack a couple different size orders. There's really not much to it. My average order takes me a couple minutes to pick and pack. Anytime we get into something a little bit bigger, a little bit oddball, anything fragile, then it becomes a onesie, twosie type thing where it's more like custom packing as opposed to typical packing. I would say 75-80% of my items are quick first class or small priority mail, pick, pack, wham. It's the other 20 or 25% that take a little bit longer. And then there's a couple percentage of items that can take a half hour or even more to pack. And those typically are larger, fragile, or signs or something like that, where I'm making at least a few $100s on it, so I can justify spending that kind of time. I want to get more into those items. List less. List less, no. Pick well and list less. I'm gonna have to change it a little bit. You know, here's the math on that, and I don't want to hog the whole show right now because I've got to get my packing done, and then I'm going to show my 10 later today, my last 10 of the month. How many days is that? 21, 22, it'll be 23 days listing in the office, and each of those days, each and every of those days, I listed at least 10 items, and so that feels pretty good. I've got quite a disciplined role there. It's almost like a habit. I've almost developed a habit when you do it that long. I'm gonna miss it tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday. Just gonna miss it a little bit in a way, like if you're running and you quit running. Tomorrow I'm taking off. Tuesday's an off day, by the way. So what was I saying? Scattered, right? If, let's say, I'm buying and selling beer items, signs, trays, high-end old glasses, mugs, all the beer stuff. If I can get into that high-end stuff, which I can, people have concerns about, you know, price of inventory, holding inventory, all that kind of thing. Well, imagine if I have 100 or 200 items in stock and I only need to sell one a day because I'm making an average of $100 or more per item. Well, that's what I really want to do. You know, do the math on that. You know, spend more time picking well, find the items, make the profit, don't list as much. We need that in our business. We need a constant high-end stream right now, and that's what I'm experimenting with. It could, you know, it could have been any kind of items. I just picked one that I kind of like to work with. So that is the point in the business where we're at. I can always go back to bread and butter items. I'm teaching Banana Peeler to do bread and butter items. I think we're going to have another family member joining us within the next year. That is going to free things up. So I'm putting the high-end item component in our business, and we've got a couple steady Eddie things in our business. So it's, you know, that's the next expansion, really. I might talk about that more after midnight tonight. By the way, there'll be this video. This is Monday's video with the 10 listing and the end of that, and then after that I plan to do a question and answer, which by the time you get this video it's going to be too late to get your questions answered on that video. But when you see that video come out, Tuesday's video, that'll be the after the contest show, and I will be doing an extended question and answer. I'll just be going through all the questions and comments that have come in the last month or so, and probably Wheeler will get in on some of those too. I'll bring him in for some of those, so that ought to be fun. Well, I don't know what I'm going to show here other than listing the 10 today. I do have a busy Monday as usual with homeschooling and the kids, besides getting these orders packed and getting everything else sort of lined up. I can't remember what else I have today. Something is going on this week. Okay, well, dealer out for now. Quick check back. Well, my clock here is running a little slow. It says about 5 a.m. It's really 5:15 a.m. I'm going to have to adjust that. Let's see. Keeps pretty good time. Maybe it's losing a couple of minutes a month. Not bad for a vintage clock. So, done with packing. Just wanted to verify to everybody that I did do some work and I was down here. 20 some orders. There's one I have a question on with Wheeler, so I'll have to pack that maybe this afternoon before I get out of here, get in here, whatever. Time to go get maybe 3 hours of sleep. That'll be good. Made it to Monday night. It's after supper. It's 6:46 p.m. It's time to list in the home stretch. There is the home stretcher himself.
Home stretcher himself. We got a great deal of headphones, man. So we have to watch stuff on YouTube. Advantages.
Wheeler, maybe we'll bring that story up about his phone in the next show, which is tonight after midnight. We're gonna put out a show. So it's time to list. I gotta, in order to get to the show, I've got to do the countdown. So we need to do some items here. I'm gonna do reverse engineering today. I've got some little goobers here. I don't have anything too exciting. I should probably look this stuff over before I do it, but let me do that. Whoa. Sorry. Camera skills are waning. The camera is not behaving. Let me check these things out. We'll see if we can get number 10. We're going to count in reverse order tonight. 10, 9, 8, just like a countdown. And when we get done, woo, woo, woo. Okay, item number 10, if we're counting backwards, is a Road America Can-Am program from 1967. And the racing program events, Canadian Cup Challenge over here. Pretty cool. If you look through this, the advertisements are pretty good. Of course, probably can't find it, but they've got good Schlitz one in here. There we go. When you're out of Schlitz, you're out of beer. And they got other good ones in there, of course, too. So racing programs are collectible. The Road America is in Wisconsin. I've been there a couple times working corners at some of the races. They've got all kinds of races there, from amateur and off the street days to high-end cars, $1 million cars, big name races, all that kind of stuff. Road America program, we'll sell that for $29.99 plus shipping. That's item number 10, counting backwards. Number 9, counting down in reverse order, since this is the last day of my 10 a day, every day, 10 a day minimum. This is another Road America June Sprints program. This one is from 1965. It is in fair condition. The other one was in good condition or better. Still readable, all that kind of good stuff. 68 pages. I'm going to put that one for $19.99 plus shipping. That is number 9, counting down. Counting backwards, number 8 is a New York World's Fair souvenir keychain on card. It's never been taken off the card. Unisphere is a symbol of New York World's Fair, and so it's on there if I could zoom in and show it. So some of these have sold on card. There's not too many available. There's a lot of collectors for World Fair stuff. I put it at $14.99 plus shipping, and it may take a couple cycles or it may reduce down there, but that is what I'm selling that as. That's number 8. Number 7, this is a rifle on an enamel blue background. It's a button type pin back pin. It says Sterling on it. Little research shows this is from World War II and given to the riflemen or infantry or sharpshooters, not exactly sure. They sell from all the way from $100 down. This one's, it's pretty rough. Lots of missing material on there. I'm going to list that at $30 plus shipping to move it out. It's a good pin. Lots of collectors. That must be number 7, working backwards. Number 6, heading down to 0 here,
is a lot of 3 4H pins, including a member pin and an achievement pin, 2 of those. Good condition. The bottom ones look like they might have a little gold ring on them or something like that. Lots of pins out there. More pins than collectors. These are not big ticket items. There are some 4H pins that are worth quite a bit, older ones. You know, there's diamonds and golds and all kinds of specialized ones. Those are scarcer, harder to find, harder to come across. $10.99 plus shipping, number 6.
Well, I got a little sidetracked. I've got the Rising Crust DiGiorno Hawaiian style Canadian bacon and pineapple pizza running. I had stumbled across something on YouTube, one of these ads that are ridiculous, for a seminar that I signed up for on real estate. So I decided to watch that a little bit and pack some orders.
For setting up your real estate business the right way.
Ooh.
And we don't care if you're already making $100,000 a year in your business.
You don't?
We guarantee that there are certain things that you don't have set up the correct way.
Yeah, well, every package I've ever bought from anybody, I can't say that. I have bought some things that have made me a lot of money, like the test strip business. That was information that was very good. I did have to fill in the blanks. I actually did have to do the work. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I bought that I really did well with. I would have to say there's 4 or 5 things I bought over the last 25 years that if I would have ran with them harder and smarter, I probably would have did just fine. And then I bought a bunch of stuff that just was crap. So, you know, I learned a lot from all of it. So I have to say that it was valuable. So I get sucked in by these infomercials just like anybody else, and I watch them. And actually, you know, I learned some things from them. And these days, I try to learn from all areas, and then I try to apply it to this business. So the chances of me getting into real estate are 0. Other than I just want to pay off my own house, own my own house, which I do, and, you know, build my business. Anyway, got sidetracked, but while I was doing that, I decided, well, I'm not going to be in tomorrow. I better pack my orders. A bunch came in since 3 o'clock. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8 there, and a bigger Schlitz sign for almost $200. It's been a really good day again. I'm pretty sure we had a $1,000 plus day again. I'm not going to sit there and show it. I do think I'm going to show or talk about our monthly stats in tomorrow's show, just to see where we're at and have something to talk about, and stick a little headline there on the video for tomorrow while I go through the questions. Okay, so I got to get back at it here. I don't remember what listing I'm on, but I got to go find out and get a couple more done before pizza coma hits.
So by the time you're done with the training, you'll be an expert at filling out all of your documents.
Woo!
That said, the most important training in our system, it's the unique way that we do our deals.
Yeah.
Time-tested model.
Keep it going. Okay, I'm just over here with my Turkins, and I'm showing them listing number 5. It's this Valvo tube. This is one that Banana Peeler found. I listed it for $10.99. Ooh, Turkins are in. Oh, there, we're all in focus. We're all a bunch of buddies now. Okay, Turkins, $10.99 plus shipping. That's number 5.
Alright, what's up, dealer?
Oh, are you watching me talk to my wooden Turkins?
Yeah, I have a manual to show and talk about it a little bit.
Actually, they're ceramic.
Yeah, so not really necessarily this manual, but I've been looking through this manual a lot, and I have kind of a theory to conjecture about where this came from, different from a lot of the other manual lots we pick up. We pick up a lot of manual lots at some of these camera stores.
Yeah.
This place, I believe, actually made photocopies of certain rare manuals. They sold the originals, and they had some of those. So we got that too. We got some of the originals. But there are very few common manuals in this lot. Like, all of them are just really hard to find, just really oddball. The funny thing about Kodak is their cameras are so common, but the manuals just did not survive. Like this one, there's like 1 listed, 1 sold.
Yeah.
Just not that many. But anyway, that's my thing. I'm thinking they were reprinting them because we do have some reprints from them.
Well, it was somebody that handled a wide range of cameras and collected the manuals, because a lot of people
Yeah, it was definitely more of a collector, though, rather than a dealer just happened to have a lot of manuals, because we find a lot of those, and they're nothing like this lot.
Well, good for us.
Yep. Not necessarily like super valuable, but definitely odder and rarer and more valuable in some cases.
Awesome.
There's some really good ones in there.
I like to hear that.
Yep.
And this good news break was brought to you by Wheeler and Dealer Productions. That was Wheeler. I'm getting a little zany. I'm getting a little excited. You know, this is coming down to the wire. Did I say listing number 5? Counting down. Does that mean there's only 4, 3, 2, 1? Only 4 more? Can that be 2, 4, 6? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness sakes. Hang on to your hats. Woo, woo, woo. More tubes. Oh, ding goes the pizza. More tubes here. 70 plus tubes. All types, all numbers. I'm trusting that Banana Peeler looked these all up and we don't have a $500 tube in there. I don't feel like looking them up. That's what it goes down to. So I trust Banana Peeler did a good job. Banana Peeler, are you watching? 70 plus tubes. I'm going to put them at auction starting at 99 cents plus shipping. And that's where we're going to go with that. That's number 4. So I'm going to put down $10. Conservative number. Hope it goes for more, but $10.
That compares to the feeling of pride and satisfaction that
Whoa.
you'll get when you prove that you can do this.
Whoa.
Not only do you prove it to yourself,
You can do
you
it.
prove it to your spouse, to your kids.
Well, I'm down to the pitch. They already told me it was a $4,200 value and that I can actually close a deal this month. It's the last day of the month, and there's only like 2 hours left in the month. I can close a deal yet this month. You think I'm going to stop watching that? Oh, I might, because the pizza's up. Okay. Calm down, dealer. Get your listings done, please. Anyway, $500 for the online courses, you know, that will change your life. So it all looks pretty exciting and interesting. I always wanted to buy and sell real estate. Not for me. But it's amazing how these, let's see, we're 10, 11. 2 hours and 11 minutes they strung this thing along for. And they're still going, even after they gave the punchline. It's like, oh my goodness. Unbelievable. But, you know, in today's, they used to do those seminars actually live. You'd call in, it'd be live people, you'd go to a seminar. Now when they do them online, these guys spend a lot of time and energy recording this thing once, and then they just run that system over and over and over, cranking this stuff out. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty ingenious. Again, I don't know if this real estate class is worth a darn. I didn't research the back end. There's always going to be haters out there for all those courses, and then there's some people that make it work. And I think what it comes down to is a lot of these courses are the starting points for some people, and not everybody gets it going. That's just the bottom line. So whatever. Number 3, book of formulas, recipes, methods, and secret processes. Handyman Modern Manuals, 1938, 8th edition. One sold for 20 plus shipping, or 20 free shipping. One is listed for 30 or best offer on eBay. Free shipping. They don't go for a lot on Amazon. I'm counting on somebody to come along on eBay and pick this thing up. Whatever. $14.99 plus media mail. What else is going on? There was something else here. Gonna go cut my pizza. Oh, I know what it was. So occasionally I'll get something that, you know, is a cool thing. You guys don't mind if I work over here by my my pets? These guys are really fun to work with. They just keep looking. Look at those eyes, man. They are students of the game. They are concentrating. So anyway, occasionally we'll find something that looks cool and is cheap, and we'll pick it up. And then when I get to list it, I'm like, oh no, I can't figure out what the heck it is. There's no markings. I can't find it. So this bike fender, not a complete vintage bike guy. It's got the Shazam on it. It's
It's got cool, you know, little marker lights. You measure it. There's no markings on it. You can look around all day long, but unless you're a bike guy, you know, I couldn't find it. So paid $5 for it, listed it as unknown. It's been around a while, like, oh, probably a year, but we just sold it for $43 plus shipping. Take all the listing expenses in there. I don't know, what is that, 20 cents at 30 days, $6. Is that what that is? No, $3, $4, and inventory space, and you know, whatever. You know, it's still $30 profit on a $5 bill, so that's fun. And then maybe somebody found something they're really looking for. It's just going next door to us to Colorado. And the pizza's still not cut. I better cut the pizza, get into a pizza coma. What was that, number 3, counting down? Let me check here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. $15. 2, 1. I need 2 more items, man. I'm struggling. Think I'm gonna get there? Maybe I should just quit now. You know, you see the finish line, you're like, man, I'm beat. Forget it. I'm heading to my car. I'm done with the race. Not gonna happen. Oh my goodness, number 2 heading down is these 4 little Tootsie cars and some other ones. $10.99 plus shipping. It is pitiful, I know. There's nothing wrong with listing little cars when they're good little cars or whatever. I guess these are good little cars. Some of the items I had today were not my normal items. They're okay items. It's just, I'm down to the bottom of the barrel. So you've all been waiting for the last item. Here it comes. You guessed it. In brown bottles, Schlitz, the brew that made Milwaukee famous. Now this is a Prohibition sign. Prohibition was a period about 100 years ago, give or take, 20s and 30s, when there was no alcohol allowed. You could make home brew, I guess. I don't know, there were some rules and regulations. I don't know as much about it. I certainly was not there, and I'm glad it's not happening right now. I guess I'd have to make my own bootleg brew. In brown bottles, Schlitz, the brew that made Milwaukee famous. Now, not many of these survived. Not many of these were made. Schlitz was scrambling. They were a huge beer producer when Prohibition hit. They scrambled to do a bunch of other things, and they changed it from the beer that made Milwaukee famous to the brew that made Milwaukee famous. There are some other versions of this sign, larger, smaller, and otherwise. I do not know the intricacies of why some are so much and why some are so not. It's not so much. This one is scarce and fairly collectible. I listed it at $1,900 plus $7 shipping. So I don't know if it will sell. I really don't care. Somebody could come along and give me an offer of probably $1,500 plus the $7 shipping, and I'd probably take it. I don't know if I'd take much less than that. I have $1,100 in it. But, you know, you collect what you like, you hang what you like. If I sell for $1,500, I ship it, blah, blah, blah. I make $300, that's fine. It's not all about quick flips. It's not all about tying up your money in things that sell. If you've got enough money, if you've got a little extra money, if you feel like doing it, do it. It's not for everybody. That's my 10 listings. And that means the month has closed out. Let me get my total. There we go. It's heavily weighted on the Schlitz. 2053, 10 listings. Let's get that up there. Now, many of you probably think I would be jumping around, getting crazy, celebrating, put some sort of YouTube spectacle, whatever, you know, whatever, right? Well, I don't know.
I don't have much artificial in me. So, and I'm pretty fatigued. I don't even remember when this day started. I think it's Monday, so it must have started at 12:01. I'm all right. But, you know, 10 items, 2053. 10 items, 2053. That's going to put us over 55,000. I don't know what Wheeler's got in there, but he's got a pretty good stack of manuals and some other stuff, so should be good. I'm going to ask him to finish up here pretty soon. I want to get some numbers and statistics from the month together, and I'm going to bring that into tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show is going to be filmed here shortly. It's 11:24 p.m. I'm going to try to get this vlog uploaded, and then on with that show. That show is going to be a long one, crazy one. Who knows what we're going to do on that show. We've got some questions and comments to go over. We're going to talk a little bit about snapshots of where we are in our business and where we want to go. You can apply that to your business. If you want to do a snapshot on your business, where you are and where you want to go, there'll be some interesting lessons in there maybe. And then Wheeler's trying to get his homework assignment for our entrepreneurial class going, so he's going to have some questions or information for you guys on that, I think. I might have a beer or two. Whoop whoop. I think I'm going to start out with a Schlitz. Could you believe it? And let's see, what else? Oh, we got to do this. There's one little slot down there. I didn't want to miss it out on it. By the way, for Halloween, I dressed as dealer of Wheeler and Dealer. Woo, woo. Got it done. Now, I'm going to flip this a little early. I don't want anybody to get confused that it's not October anymore. By the time you watch this, though, I'm sure it will be truly November. Oh, there we go. A new month. Boy, what does that mean? That's like an open canvas. Daylight savings time, Thanksgiving, Veterans Day. Kinds of good stuff in there. All right, I don't think we'll peek in on Wheeler just because we're going to be using him up. Nah, we'll peek in on him. Wheeler, we made it.
Hey.
We made it.
Yeah.
I got my 10 listed. You gonna be able to put up some numbers so we can make it?
Yep. Should have it.
You gonna talk about your phone? We're gonna talk a little bit about your phone.
Yep. It's looking pretty nice.
Yeah, let's talk about your phone during our question and answer comment and all that stuff coming up.
Yep.
How many listings?
I'm at 40 right now. I should have another 10 done within the next, like, 20 minutes. 15
Oh,
minutes.
really?
Yep.
Okay, well, you can keep going on that because we're
1 every 3 minutes.
we're probably not going to be able to start here for probably close to an hour, but I'm going to need you because I need to get set up and stuff.
Yep.
Okay. There's a little prep work when we go into question and answer mode. Never know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to figure out a way to be close to my beverages. We might film it in here. Although, you know, that's all fine and well. Those stools makes for a good presentation. It's not very comfortable. So I'm voting for here, but I got told that when I sit here, although I'm comfortable and I might fall asleep and I might spill my beer, I've been told that when I sit here, I get a little creepy. So I don't know, you know, it's tough to figure out. Maybe I could sit there in my U-line chair. Wheeler could sit there facing the wall. How the heck would we film that? Oh man. If I could just walk around, I could pace around like this with this thing in my hand here, this camera on this super long arm looking thing. Oh, so many things to figure out. All right, so just to clarify for a few minutes, people that have tuned in on this video, October was a month where we set some goals. One goal was to list, between Wheeler and I, $50,000. Well, we surpassed that, and we've got some numbers to add to that. Wheeler doesn't have his numbers. 636 items, that's 646. Wheeler said he's going to have 50 maybe, so we're getting close to 700 items. It'll be 23 total listing days in the books. So I needed to list 10 items minimum per listing day. So for 23 days of the month, I listed 10 items most days, and a few days I listed a few more. I've already flipped it, but October, right? A couple days we were out picking, and a couple of days, Sundays, we don't work and I don't list. So the other thing we needed to do was hit at least $1,000 a day, not average, but every listing day, minimum of 1,000. So we couldn't have a $200 off day and a $2,000 good day. We had to have 1,000 minimum. Obviously, our average for 23 days is above 1,000. Our prizes, and those will be talked about in coming days and weeks, is this love sack thing, which is just a huge 10-foot beanbag chair, and you can get all kinds of covers on it, so it's super comfortable. We're going to put that, I don't know where it's going to go in the new office, but there's going to be some stuff moved out of that corner. That is going to be the love sack corner. Now it sounds a little weird, love sack, but if you've ever seen one or laid in one, you will know that it is the kind of thing that you want to lay in when you want to lay down. Once I lay in that thing, I might never get up. So we're going to get one of those, and then Kego beer thing was my prize. And you know, if I get a beer kegerator, that's great, but I'm going to have to drink a lot. And even though you can get good beer in 1/6 barrels and quarter barrels, I still would have to drink consistently and a lot. That does not line up with my running. However, I am training for the beer mile, so there is a conundrum here. Instead of quantity and quality, I'm going to go for quality. And I've pretty much decided that I'm going to keep going on my once a month international super beer club. Many of you have seen me open those up. And I'm going to join an additional club called the Rare Beer Club. You don't get very many bottles, but it's rare stuff, scarce stuff, heavy, crazy, weirdo stuff, you know, just quality beer, quality over quantity. So we'll see what that's all about, but I'm going to do that rather than buy all this apparatus and drink beer every single day until I'm going to fall down and be silly, right? So practicality. So I'm going to sign up for that for a year minimum, and I'll show you those beers when they come in. They ought to be interesting. I think, you know, I think they grind up everything in there. Who knows what's going to be in there? Probably like Walking Dead beer. Ha ha. Okay, and then I've got some negotiating before we can get the love sack in the office and the beer club. I need to negotiate with my beautiful wife Lon because she wants some new living room furniture, and I asked her to hang on and not do that until we refinance our house. We don't want to rock the boat on any spending. We want to have our money in the bank where it's supposed to be so we can show it to the bank and all that kind of stuff, right? So the love sack may be a little while in coming, but it will be coming, right? And the beer, I have some beer in stock, so that shouldn't be a problem either. Let's get this video done, and I'll get some statistics worked up and a snapshot of where we're at this year or whatever, this month, and where we want to go. We'll talk about that. We're going to have a whole slew of topics. I don't know how long we'll be here. I don't know how long we'll talk. I better get my batteries charged up. I wonder where my third one is. I'm going to have to go out to the vehicle and see if it's still out there after Halloween. My vehicle is like a target. I was thinking about putting it in the garage, but it's not cleaned out. I've been too busy listing my 10 every day. Busy order month. I'll calculate how many orders we shipped out this month too. Quite a few, and pretty good dollars, I think. So we'll get that figured out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me during this whole tournament, this October tournament. I'm going to take tomorrow off. However, there will be a video coming out. It'll be filmed here shortly and will be out sometime. I'll return to the office on Wednesday, a normal Wednesday, I have a feeling. There'll be probably plenty of orders to pack, and who knows what other things will go on. We'll return to normal vlogging and talk about the future. And I've got some projects lined up for November. It ought to be exciting. All right, so I'm like 26 minutes away from completing my other goal, which is no alcohol for a whole month of October. I am going to have a few beers tonight. And no caffeine for the whole month. And I'm not going to have a coffee tonight. But I may have one tomorrow, or for sure, I think Wednesday. I'll have Wheeler make me up a super coffee. We're going to have to check our ingredients. It's all been kind of slowed down. We probably have lumpy milk or whatever the heck you use for it. I don't even know how to make all these crazy things. That's Wheeler. That's Wheeler for you. Pick well, list often, every day if possible. Dealer out for now.
Hey, Wheeler.
Dealer Production.